Hold on, is this really the life I'm living? 'Cause I don't feel like I deserve it. Every day that I wake, every breath that I take, you've given. So right here, right now, while the sun is shining down, I wanna live like there's no tomorrow, like I'm on borrowed time. It's good to be alive, yeah, yeah.
As you can see, I am not on trail. I'm at Uncle Johnny's hostel. Pretty popular hostel along the trail. So today is Tuesday morning. I'm getting back on trail here in just a little bit. Yesterday was Monday. I was just feeling a little weak. Probably wasn't eating enough, wasn't drinking enough. So I got a shuttle driver to pick me up at one of the road crossings and go ahead and bring me in so I can get some good rest, get a good stomach, good carbs and protein, and it's made a ton of difference. So sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to be smart. I could have pushed it. I still had about 5.5 miles left to go. I had to climb Big Bald, which is one of those big mountains back there in the back, I think. I may not even be able to see it from here. But I still had 3,500 foot of elevation gain to go, and 5.5 miles. And I just knew with my energy level, I wasn't gonna make it to the shelter. And so I did the smart move and got off trail and got recovered. But anyway, a little bit about Uncle John. So I was gonna hike in here anyway this afternoon. Today was supposed to be my day to hike into this place, get a room here, 30 bucks a night for a bed. We got a resupply store. You get a hot shower, nice bed. It's just, it's just a neat little place to get off trail. The trail is literally, well, there's the sign right there. So there's the trail right over there. So at any rate, pretty cool place. Had a lot of people here last night. But my goal today is about 12 miles. To another hostel called Greasy Creek Hostel. She feeds breakfast and everything else. So I'll be staying there tonight. I'm getting on trail probably about 9 o'clock or so in the morning. I'll be on trail. That's the bunkhouse inside there. There's still one guy still in there, so I won't go in there. Lots of places just to sit, hang out. And women's bathrooms, people sitting over there, people camping. There are cabins available if somebody wanted to do a cabin. Morning. Morning. Cabins there. More cabins. Here's a bathhouse, men and women bathhouse. I did sign my name on the board right here. 4/16/24. Alrighty, well let me get back up front. My shuttle driver will be here in a little bit. Just wanted to kind of tell you what the deal was. I'll be back on trail in a few minutes and I'll show you my point. Okay, I made it to the top of Beauty Spot. It's a bald just north of Erwin. Man, mountains. I know it's overcast. It's kind of hazy. Can't really see, but boy, look at those mountains right in the distance. Just beautiful. It's calm. Temperature's good. Beautiful, beautiful. Alrighty, so after Beauty Spot, Bald, I'm back on trail. Next milestone is 3 miles up the trail, 1,100 foot of climb. I've got Unica Mountain, or they say it around here, Unica Mountain. So, and up on top of Unica Mountain is the Spruce Forest, which is beautiful from what I've seen on videos. So definitely looking forward to that. We'll, if anything interesting comes up between now and then, I'll definitely let you. Just out here enjoying the hike. It's been a good morning so far. So it's 9:55. I got a total of about 12 miles to go to the hostel. So I got plenty of time. Took a nice little break up at Beauty Spot. Like 20 minutes. So anyway, heading down. It's always nice. But downhill means you're gonna be climbing soon. Alrighty. Thank you for another beautiful day. Okay, I stopped and got water right up to Beauty Spot. The reason I stopped and got water there, I had a half a liter, 3/4 liter. I went ahead and topped off because after this watering spot, there's not another identified watering spot, creek, or pipe spring, or anything for 6.2 miles. So that's the reason you carry an extra bottle on trail. Of course, I have my bladder, which I use as a storage if I need to for moving water from campsite to the shelter or whatever, from the water hole to the shelter. But for carrying on trail, you have an extra empty bottle that you carry for situations like this when you think you're going to need more water between watering spots. Normally I only carry 1 liter, but considering what I went through the last couple days and probably getting a little dehydrated, and it's 6 miles with a couple mountains that I have to climb, I went ahead and filled up my second bottle. So a little extra weight, I think it's okay. The mountain on the right is Unica Mountain. I've got to climb that first, then have a little dip, then I'll go over Iron Mountain. So that's my next 2 objectives. When I get up to the top of those, I'll let you know. It's about 1,100 foot climb to the top of Unica Mountain from where I'm at. Not too bad, I don't suppose. 2.2 miles. Walking through this bald, going down. All right, made it to the top of Unica Mountain, almost to the top. Have about another half mile, but it levels out for the most part. Enter into something called the Spruce Forest. None of the trees have bloom, but it's supposed to be really, really pretty up here, so you can see a lot of the flowers. Okay, I'm entering into the Spruce Forest. On top of Unica Mountain. It was a climb. 5,100 foot elevation. Look at this. Looks like something out of Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter or something like that. Gets a lot thicker up there. Look at that. Wow. How dark that gets. How cool. Spruce Forest on top of this mountain. Boy, it's cool up here. It's breezy. It's cool. Let's just listen for a second. I'm gonna stop right here. 360. Hardly no sounds. All right. It's really cool. You don't even see where the trail is. It all looks the same. You gotta literally follow the white blazes. Because it all looks the same. They did a good job of marking it through here. Spruce Forest, Unaka Mountain, 11:20, Tuesday morning, April 16th. All right, I made it. All right, coming out of the Spruce Forest. Still in it, but I've crossed the peak, and as you can see, it's still, I'm in the middle of it. I was able to get a little 5G up there and sent Barbara a couple pictures and some text messages. So yeah, even along trail, it's spotty, but you can generally pick up a signal, especially like on these ridges, on these peaks. You'll get a cell signal. Most every night in shelter, I have a signal, and I chat and talk to Barbara every night. So, 3 miles to Cherry Gap Shelter. I made that climb really well. I feel a lot better. That just goes to show you that even people like myself that's hiked a lot, sometimes if we don't pay attention to our body and we get more focused on the miles, we could get in trouble. So yeah, feeling much better coming out of these this. It's rooty and rocky, as you can see. You really got to pick your steps well. You pretty much shorten your stride. Use your trekking pole when I'm not on the camera, and you use your trekking poles to absorb the load on your knees. That way you don't beat your knees up. It'll still beat them up coming down, especially 1,700 foot of down, over 3 miles. But the trekking poles save you. So let me put my words into practice, use my trekking poles. When I get to the shelter in 3 miles, I'll show you around. Cherry Gap Shelter. So I just came out of the Spruce Forest, came down around the mountain, around that way, came up this way, doubling back now. And as I look up, you can see the green spruce trees between the forest. So that up there is the Spruce Forest, and it goes way back there, farther back. I was walking farther back, but this is probably the beginning of the Spruce Forest on one edge of the mountain. Alrighty, making miles. Okay, made it to Cherry Gap Shelter. I'm gonna go find the water source. Put my stuff down here on the picnic bench and recover for a little bit. Not a bad shelter. Alrighty. Well, not what I want to hear. Thunder. Big dark skies behind me. I mean, it's popping. The rain is just starting. I'm going down lower elevations, fortunately. I'm dropping, I'm not climbing. I do have a ride that's going to pick me up in the gap and bring me to the hostel. That way I don't have to climb, because I do have to climb the next mountain to get to the hostel. So yeah, you can see the clouds behind me, and it's just starting to rain. So got my pack cover on. It's okay if I get wet. But yeah, I met a real nice guy who's retired. He and his wife, she's leapfrogging him up the trail. They have a conversion van, and each day she'll pick him up at the end of whatever his mileage, and they just keep pushing forward up the trail. Well, look, it's starting to rain pretty good bit. Let me put this phone away, and then when I get to the gap or to the hostel, I'll touch base back with everyone. Let me get out of this thunder and lightning. All right, on the AT in the pouring rain, thunder, windy, It changes so quick. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this gap where I've got a ride that's going to pick me up and bring me to the hostel. I probably still have another half mile to go on trail. But man, it's done gotten cold and wet. I'm soaked. I got my pack cover on. That's the most important thing. Keep my pack dry. Thundering. So I'm dropping elevation steady. I'm getting down. We were when it first started raining, when it first started spritzing and drizzling. I had just left that Cherry Gap shelter, and it started spritzing, and I stopped and put my pack cover on then, and I thought, oh boy, let me get off this mountain. So anyway, making progress, getting down this thing. All right, well, I made it down to the hostel. I've already gotten my shower, got cleaned up, had a good hamburger steak dinner that this lady cooked for us. There's me and one other hiker here. Oh man, with steak fries, home cooked, all that's included, you know, for $25 for a bed and a shower and a meal. And she does breakfast in the morning, grits, eggs, whatever, biscuits to send us off back on the trail. But obviously we're gonna tip her well. Super nice lady. Just running the hostel out of her house. She accommodates 5 people a night. 5 hikers. You have to make advance reservations. She wants, you know, she's kind of particular. So it's all good. It's all good. We met whatever she needed. You know, it's her house. Her house, her rules. But it's cool. We're just literally up in the mountains. And I don't really want to show her house or what have you. But tomorrow's a big day. Today was a big day. 14 plus miles. A couple big climbs. Climbed over Unaka Mountain and Iron Mountain. We did both those big climbs. And then that's whenever we was on Iron Mountain. That's whenever the afternoon thunderstorm started. And man, it just came up out of nowhere. And then we were getting held on and rained. It got cold and windy. I was like, is there a tornado coming through here? Because usually hell is on the front end of a severe thunderstorm. And but I was racing to get off that mountain. I got down to the road, and about the time I got down to the road, it had stopped. But it was crazy for a few minutes. Tomorrow we're gonna head out. It's only an 11-mile day, but we climb 4,400 foot to the top of Roan Mountain High Knob. 6,100 foot mountain we got to climb. So big day tomorrow. Pretty much all 11 miles is up, and there's a couple pretty big vertical climbs. Like we were looking at the map, 700 feet in a half mile, which is ridiculous. So big day. We're going to stay at the shelter there, the Roan High Knob shelter. That's the highest shelter on the AT. That's what it's known for. This is all on top of a bluff, a bald, I mean. So it's going to be a good day. We're looking forward to it. From the mountains of North Carolina. Just enjoying hiking out here. And then today's Tuesday, so we do that Wednesday. And then I finish up Thursday with a 16-mile hike down off of Roan Mountain, down back to where I parked my car at that first hostel Saturday. So that's my day. I'm gonna wrap up. It's been a great time, enjoying it. Yeah, talk to y'all later. Another interesting story. The hiker that's here, his name is Mike also. His wife is from Louisiana, Shreveport. He knows all about Oakdale and Zwolle, the Natchitoches Meat Pie Festival, the Zwolle Tamale Festival. So we've been talking Louisiana. I thought, what is the chance occurrence that at some hostel, at some lady's house in the middle of the North Carolina mountains on a very specific day, there's only one other hiker here, and he's got close Louisiana ties, and we're just talking it up. He's a good guy. He's retired law enforcement, so we're just really having a good time visiting. It's been nice. We're gonna hike out together tomorrow, so you'll see some of my videos with him on video tomorrow if you don't mind. And yeah, I thought that was just cool. All right, see y'all tomorrow.
Hold on, is this really the life I'm living? 'Cause I don't